I really appreciate you calling me. You're welcome. Sorry, that was really bad English when I typed that to you too. I was like, what?
Okay, good evening, everyone. It is 5 PM, November the 3rd, and it's time to call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. Ms. Jones, roll call, please.
Mayor Barnett,
Present.
Mr. Austin, Ms. Joe,
Present.
and you have a quorum.
Thank you. Could we stand for the pledge, please? Okay, thank you. We only have 3 more meetings for the year. That's amazing how fast the years went. But thank you all for being here. Is there any announcements or public comments that is not pertaining to the agenda? Hearing or seeing none, we will move on to the consent agenda.
Move to approve the meeting minutes from October 20th and approval of claims.
Second, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
There is no old business. We'll go right into new business. And the very first item, request to appeal violation 25-624 through the Code Compliance Officer, Doug Roller. He's the compliant officer. He does a great job. Appreciate Doug Roller for what he does. The person that had the violation that wanted to have the appeal has decided to take this off the agenda.
Yeah, he withdrew his appeals.
Yeah, withdrew the appeal and is going to comply with the order. So with that, I'll make a motion to take off the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Next one, request approvals for 2 invoices and 2 homeowner approvals. Whitney Coling. Again.
Hi. So tonight in front of you, we have a couple invoices from the OOR program. You'll see their final inspection form. So our inspector came out and found the work to be satisfactory, as well as the contractor who joined him on that visit. So I'll just need that for a drawdown request to the state.
Okay, and I will ask Ms. Gray for,
I'm good with Whitney's work,
okay,
and
thank
I
you.
appreciate her being so prompt. She's been great to work with.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2 invoices and homeowner approvals as presented.
Second, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. And just a quick update, last Friday, we received bids for Group 2 of the Franklin OOR program. So we have obligated about, I want to say about $150,000 of our $350,000 grant. So we are getting ready to schedule next home inspections, but we're trying to be careful about how many people we invite to the program now. So thank you.
Thank you. You've done a great job, as Ms. Gray said. Okay, next item, present and discuss bus purchase options for the Active Adult Center. It will be Street Commissioner and our Parks Director, Brett Jones, or, I'm sorry, Brett Jones, Fleet Director, and Chip.
I just got promoted, Chip.
I know nothing about fleet, so just so you know.
I don't know what's going to happen to our streets and our parks.
I know nothing about fleet.
Go ahead, bud.
I'm gonna start. We're gonna start this presentation with telling you a story. About a year ago, we all know this because we lived it. We tore down the old Active Adult Center, right? Because we're building a new one. There's a member at the Active Adult Center that was 100 years old and came every day to the Active Adult Center. He was so worried that he was going to pass away before the Active Adult Center was built that I think we gave him 8 tours inside the building because he was so nervous about it. World War II veteran, 100 years old. What I did find out about him was something really cool and interesting. If you know anything about history, he was an insurance salesman back in the 40s and 50s and around in there. He used to go to people's homes and collect their insurance dues weekly. If you've ever watched the old show, you see that they did that kind of stuff. This is what his job was. huge ballroom dancer, loved horseshoes, loved playing cards at the Active Adult Center. Really worried he wasn't going to get to see it. He passed away on July 1st. Anybody know what that date is? That's the day we opened the Active Adult Center. So sad.
But he saw it.
Yeah. So we got a call about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, and found out that he donated $1 million to the Active Adult Center. Nobody knew he was rich. Regular member of the Active Adult Center, just come over every day, played cards. Nobody had a clue.
And Chip and I were thinking, "Whew, glad we were nice."
I was like, whew. Yeah, great person. I've talked to the Active Adult Center. He was, by the way, drove himself to the Active Adult Center every day. And even a week before he died, he was still active over there. So he did donate $1 million. We have placed that money into the community foundation that it's now a bequest fund that basically will spit off interest. And the legacy of that will be that two things. One is that we could essentially have free Active Adult Center programming forever now because it will spit off about $35,000 a year or so. The other thing we want to do with it is what Brett's getting ready to explain to you, is that one of the things that they wanted to do with the money was to buy new buses for the Active Adult Center. Now to Brett.
Hey, thank you, Chip. That is remarkable.
Oh,
story.
I have one more thing before she starts.
Yeah.
I did want to invite everybody, and I haven't told Rosie this yet. On Monday, November 17th at 11 a.m., we're going to have a ribbon cutting. What we're going to do is rename the game room at the Active Adult Center after him. That was one of the requests that the family had, and we were like, seems easy enough, we can do that. So November 17th, it's 2 weeks from today at 11 a.m., we'll do that little honor of renaming that.
And what is
after
his
him.
name?
His name is Paul Jocelyn. Yep.
Right. And I knew that. I just wanted to make sure
Right,
everybody
yeah.
else knew that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty cool.
Top that, Brett.
Yeah.
I cannot top that. No, yeah, that's awesome. So shortly thereafter of finding out of this amazing gift, it was asked of me to see about finding a couple of new to us activity buses. So if you remember, we bought one, I think 6 years ago for the Active Adult group. So when we had a good experience with not only the dealer but the bus, so went back to them and wanted to do obviously some fact finding on what the cost of a bus had done since we last bought one, because we really weren't sure in the beginning whether we were going to look at new, look at used. I kind of had an insinuation that we might go used, but so I did some homework, got some quotes, and I apologize. I realized that the one attached to your agenda does not have the price on it, but the price of a new bus with a lift, excuse me, depending on exact options, is between $125,000 and $135,000. So we opted pretty quick to say that's not really where we want to be price-wise. We were hoping to maybe get two for close to that, so did a little bit more digging with that dealer. They do a lot of churches, schools, and so they do a lot of lease vehicles. We were able to find two within their lease return fleet. One has 4,200 miles on it, so those were some really expensive miles for somebody. And the other one has 15,000 miles on it. So these are two buses that we would like to move forward with. I ran this all by Lynn because obviously since it's being spent out of a gift, we weren't 100% sure that we really needed to come and ask permission from the Board of Works, but we still wanted it to be transparent, above water, all the things that we normally do. We're in agreement that by doing this, it still meets all of our normal state statute, the 52210, around governmental savings because of the value that we're getting for used buses at a $50,000 price savings. And then also, I think we can utilize the compatibility claim as well, because this is the same chassis model and body model of the one that we currently have. So from a parts and service perspective, we're not introducing something new into the system. And then honestly, there is an actual gift acceptance under that statute that I noticed, so I think, honestly, I think we're checking a lot of boxes here, but just wanted to be
Yeah.
forthcoming and transparent to not only the Board of Works, but just to the residents of Franklin as to how we go about this. So the unique thing, since the money is housed at the Community Foundation, I will actually just be submitting these invoices to the foundation, and they are actually gonna write the checks for the buses. Then obviously we'll do title work and stuff in our name, but in conversation with Lynn, obviously we wanted to get the positive PR of the story, which is amazing, but then also just be transparent on the process of how we're acquiring these buses. So you'll see that there is one, excuse me, that has a wheelchair lift. They're both 14 passenger, as long as there's no wheelchair in the one, but then it can hold up to 2 wheelchairs, so obviously 12 plus 2 or 13 plus 1 or just 14 no wheelchairs. So that is the 74 980, and then and that is the 15,000 mile bus, excuse me, and then the 73 980 is just a 14 passenger bus, similar to what we have, has 4,200 miles on it. Both of them are 2019 model years, which honestly in the world of chassis it's just a number, to be honest. More worried about hours and miles at this point, so.
And I'll wrap it up to kudos to Chip and his staff when they reached out early on about taking tours before it was done. Thank you for doing that. We the lawyer is always, are we okay with, just make sure somebody's there. I'm so glad that we did give him that opportunity. And so kudos to your staff doing it. Thank you, Brett, for reaching out about the legal aspect. I told Brett, I don't really think any of this is required. Because technically the money is in the Community Foundation and is in his name.
It
in
is,
Mr.
yeah,
Jocelyn's
sorry,
name.
I didn't clarify
Yeah.
that. I did check with the foundation just to be sure that it wasn't like the City of Franklin Parks Fund or something. It is actually the Paul Jocelyn Memorial Fund. I do believe we're classified, it's a restricted fund, obviously, we're the sole beneficiary, but we wanted to make sure that from a legality perspective, that it wasn't in our name
Right.
solely as an entity, so that obviously would then maybe recreate some questions around purchasing.
Right, so rather than have them go buy it, turn around and donate it to us, they were kind enough, again, thank you to the Community Foundation, to reach out and said, tell us what you would like within that ramifications. Brett's right, it meets our statute, even if it was our money to do it. So it's all belt and suspenders, and it's all good to be able to do that. But it's ready for your action. I think they could do it even without action, but if you could just approve the purchase, I think it.
And I
Ties it
think
up.
that Mr. Jocelyn, being the way he was, is looking down and thinking we're being good stewards of his donations. So,
Right.
good
Correct.
job.
Thank you.
That's great. Well, I will move to approve the 2 bus purchase options as presented and approval of the Community Foundation to pay those invoices.
I will second. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Chip.
Thank you.
Okay, next item. Request closure of 2 parking spots along Jefferson Street in front of the Elks Lodge on November 11th from 4 PM to 9:30 PM. City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Thank you. Yeah, I was, Dina Willem with the Elks reached out to me, requested these 2 parking spots be closed on that date, November 11th, from 4 to 9:30. She explained to me it's for their annual food truck that shows up, takes the spots, and serves food during that time, so that's really it.
Okay, and it is something that's done every year, and I think they've came every year and asked for permission to do that
Right.
without any issues.
Yep, and I can get with Jason and Brett to have those spots marked too, if approved.
Okay, thank you.
All right, move to approve the closure of 2 parking spots along Jefferson Street in front of the Elks Lodge on November 11th from 4 to 9:30.
I will second. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you on that one, Matt. You're up again. Request acceptance of bids for the Commerce Drive and Meyer Driveway Signal Project. Request award of construction contract to Morphe Construction Incorporated as the lowest, most responsive, and responsible bidder, and request execution of the construction agreement. City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Thank you. Yes, the signal is obviously at Commerce Drive and the Meyer driveway. That's the second driveway to the west along Commerce. So in conjunction with the development on the north side, the city promised to install a signal to cooperate with that development. So what this will do, just add a signal. We plan on extending the median to the intersection so we don't have people doing U-turns trying to make it into the McAllisters that way. So every access is going to be at that signal. So we opened bids October 27th. We received 3 bids, and I'll go ahead and read those out. Dave O'Mara Contractor, Inc. for $467,300. Milestone Contractors, $408,554. And Morphe Construction, Inc., $324,958. The engineer's estimate for this project was $395,318. So about $70,000 under the engineer's estimate's good. Had good numbers with the other two as well, kind of evenly matched. So did all the legal, looked through all the documents, everything was in order. So yeah, just here to request acceptance of the bids for the project and also reward the contract to Morphe Construction as the lowest, most responsive, and responsible bidder.
And Matt, I just want to add that Morphe specializes in stoplights where the other 2 contractors were a little bit higher. They don't specialize.
Yeah, they would have to sub out that work, basically. They could do all the median extension and the pavement work and all that, but yeah, they would typically hire out a sub for the signal work itself.
Okay, and then one other thing I want to add there, we did talk about a roundabout at that spot, but there's not enough right-of-way to put a proper roundabout. So that's why we chose to go back to the
Yeah.
light. I
believe
just
so.
want to make sure people are aware of that.
And also, we're looking to fund this through the RDC as well, which we're gonna take this, if awarded, to the RDC meeting on the 18th of this month, so.
Should we make it subject to the RDC approval of the
Correct.
contract amount?
Okay, but I think we should, but they also have in their cash flow, Krista, if I'm right here, they already have a,
Yeah,
in that, to know that that's going to happen.
yeah, they just haven't approved it yet. I
Yeah,
think.
we have
Yeah.
a resolution that'll be advertised for the next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'll move to approve acceptance of the bids for Commerce Drive and Meyer Driveway Signal Project.
I will second. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Okay, next item, request approval of the 2026 provision of service contracts for Boys and Girls Club, Discover Downtown Franklin, Franklin Education Connection, Girls, Inc., Leadership Johnson County, Johnson County Senior Services, and the United Way of Johnson County. That is in the Board of Works items that is approved by the city council in our budget every year. So that's where we're at, and we just need us to move forward with the contracts.
Did any of the contracts change from,
Other than the date?
Other than the date, no.
okay. I will move to approve the 2026 provision of service contracts for the Boys and Girls Club, Discover Downtown Franklin, Franklin Education Connection, Girls Inc., Leadership Johnson County, Johnson County Senior Services, and United Way of Johnson County.
And I will second that motion, and hopefully with our new tax bill that we have, that's really going to hurt in 2028, hopefully we don't have to cut back on some of these. And I know that's probably what you was thinking. Yeah, so when we all talk about the SB1 bill, this is some of the things that could really hurt down the road. So that's what our representatives need to realize, some of the good things we do here for the folks in town that benefit from this kind of stuff. So anyway, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The next item is under other business, request to file liens on the unkept property, and I will make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so I will start with department reports, and I'll start with Ray as the Assistant Superintendent at DPW, and Sally's on vacation this week, so. Don't have anything tonight? Thank you, Ray. All right. Joanna?
Did want to mention that the Plan Commission meeting for November 18th is canceled due to lack of business, and the next meeting will be December 16th.
Thank you. Brett?
I have nothing additional. Thank you.
Krista?
We have a EDC meeting, Economic Development Commission meeting in the morning. There is a tax abatement request from Innovative 3D for $10 million in personal property. So that'll be on the agenda for tomorrow. And then wanted to let everyone know that the Franklin Development Corporation did close on purchasing the property at 678 Johnson Avenue on Friday. And so that owner has 30 days to vacate that property. We will be getting bids to tear that down, and then we'll go from there. We haven't exactly decided what we're doing with that property yet, but it will be cleaned up. So that is good. So thanks for everyone's work on that. I know police and street department and planning with the violations and Lynn, and I feel like it's maybe touched every department up here. So looking forward to that. And still working on getting the proposals for the downtown parking study. And then this weekend is the first Friday downtown. And it's also the holiday open house. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should be very busy downtown.
Okay, thank you, Krista. Rick?
I don't have anything tonight, sir.
Sherry?
Nothing additional.
So Siri, I said, Siri didn't say anything that time.
Siri?
This morning in our department head meeting, I said Siri, and Siri said,
Siri?
okay, Chief?
Nothing tonight, sir.
Chief?
Nothing, Mayor.
Chip?
Nope, I've had a good day, I better not push it.
All right. How about Jan? How about,
No.
Lynn?
Yeah, I would just like to ask the other department heads, when you call me and ask if I am sitting down, you also follow it up with, we just got $1 million? That's usually not what I hear.
I did have that discussion.
Yeah, so, yeah, are you sitting down? So if we could set that standard, that'd be great.
Tara, do you have anything? Okay, and I have nothing to add. Just thank you all for what you do and appreciate our.
Matt has something, I think.
Yes.
Thank you, Matt.
Sorry.
Sorry, that was my fault.
It's
I
all
had
right.
forgotten. Matt has something.
So we received a request kind of late to get on the agenda, but not hold them up. Redwood Apartments there on the northwest corner of Eastview and Upper Shelbyville wants to do their sanitary connection across Upper Shelbyville Road. So they requested a closure from the board on that for about 3 to 4 days to cut open the road and install their sanitary and then open it back up. I do have a detour route plan that wasn't in the meeting, so I thought
Thank you.
So what they're proposing to do is basically using Hurricane Road and Eastview Drive as their detour route there. So it's real short. The church there on the corner has access to the west, the apartments has access to the east, and that's really the two property owners that we're worried about during this closure, so.
And somebody will make contact to those two property owners and let
Yes.
them know?
Yep, the Redwood, or the contractor out there has already done so actually, so, per my conversation with him today.
Okay. And it looks like the school's not affected, so I
No.
don't really have I don't have an issue with it myself.
As Brett seen.
I have not, but will you just send me that when you get a chance?
Yeah, I've got copies, I didn't make enough for
No,
everybody.
you're
so-
fine, you're fine. Because I'll probably send it to Joe at transportation at the schools.
Well, that, I want to get it to fire and police as well, so.
Just because they do use Upper Shelbyville for the buses. It won't impact getting there, it may just be a timing thing.
Okay. Are you good with that, Tina?
I think so, yeah. So you're closing on Shelbyville Road?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, basically right there on the west side of the apartments parcel there.
Okay, and it's Redwood Apartments?
Yeah, across the street, yeah, they're wanting to tie into the the lift station across the road there.
Okay,
And they're cutting the street?
Yeah, they're doing an
So
open
they're,
cut.
they know about the mayor's edicts of,
Yeah. yeah.
what is the flow fill? Flow fill? Flow
Yes.
fill and all that?
I asked them about doing a partial closure, but with the depth of the force main going into the lift station, it just wasn't feasible or safe for contractors to do that kind of work, or the traveling public to do it while it's open, half lane at a time.
Just trying to avoid my department getting involved at some point, so, good, good, good.
So that's also near the Founder's Point Apartments? Near the Founder's Point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So as long as all the parties have been contacted and make sure they've been contacted, I would make a motion to approve as presented.
second.
So we
Thank
have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
thank you.
Okay. Everybody done now?
Nothing further for planning and engineering.
All right, again, just thank everyone for the effort that's put in by all of our city workers, and I hope everybody else appreciates it, the citizens of the city. So with that, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.